Welcome back to Hot Take Central. We got Wednesday
there we
episode
go.
today, or Thursday. It'll come out tomorrow.
Thursday. Oh,
Yeah, the turnarounds have been getting better.
we win for the men's national team yesterday.
Huge for the program.
USA,
It is
USA,
huge.
USA.
We went nuts yesterday.
was really
That was
fun, yeah.
crazy. I'll slip the video into the one that we post. I'll put the
You
video.
took a
in.
great video.
That was
Oh,
I
it's
walked in.
phenomenal.
I just walked in there and I was like, "Oh, this is nuts!" And then we scored, and I just happened to have my
Oh yeah,
camera out.
I got a video of us scoring too.
No, but he took it like before the goal was scored.
Really?
Yeah,
Let me
like,
see that.
It was on my story yesterday, but
Like you started it before we scored.
yeah,
I don't. It was.
I was standing there watching when we scored. We went wild. We were.
Just a
We're
great
pretty
day
hyped.
when you beat Iran, and you
Iran.
advance.
Iran. Yeah,
My
let's.
bad.
Tyler Jones.
And you advance in the World Cup. Play Netherlands next on December 3rd, 7 a.m. Should be a good game. Hopefully Pulisic's back from
He
his
will be.
pelvic contusion.
I mean, first of all, just like love that man.
Yeah, Pulisic's lit.
Leave everything out on the field.
If he would
Got
be
it.
better if he didn't play for Chelsea, but I still like him.
What's wrong with Chelsea?
Arsenal's better.
You big soccer guy, yeah?
Yeah, you're a big soccer guy.
Huge soccer guy.
BCP football. Going to NorCal championships. Heading to state soon.
Love to see it. It's a
Four
big good
straight
program.
wins off of a couple rough losses earlier in the season.
Yeah.
We're playing Vanden High School.
Do we have a
Never
scouting
heard of
report?
him.
Here, I'll see if I can get a Max Prep scouting report.
I think that's
Don't
crazy.
think they can hold Ben Foff.
I think
Last game, SI doubled Joe Fuquay and Colin Lockeraju.
Really?
The whole game, yeah. But Fuquay still broke away with what, 75-yard?
Really?
80? Yeah.
That's so dumb.
They doubled Fuquay the whole
Yeah,
game.
you know Fuquay is like fourth, and I think either WCal or CCS, probably WCal, right, for
I heard he's
receiving
fourth
yards.
in the world.
But
I heard that
88 in
too.
my heart.
Bellarmine's own Joe Fuquay. Fourth most receiving yards in high school.
I think that's kind of
World.
disrespectful because Vanden and the teams we got grouped in for NorCal, they're all Division 4 teams. Division four.
Like Vanden's,
Yeah, and they
Vanden
got-
has 12 and
And they
0.
got brought up to Division 3 for NorCal's.
Are we Division 3?
No, we got put down to Division 3 for NorCal.
Why?
Even though we should be a D1 team.
No, we
Yeah,
are
not
D1, but
D2.
we were in a D2 for the CCS.
Well, no, we're D2.
we're D2.
We're D2.
We're not a D1 high school.
No, well, we are.
I mean,
but
technically we
that's
are,
not
but
really how it works anymore.
yeah, we
just got D2
We didn't make
for the
D1.
That's not how it
Yeah.
works. So this year we'd be a
You-
D2 CCS.
You have to make D1 every year. We didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
we
not
didn't
really
make
how
D1.
it works anymore. It's more just like what you make for CCS, but we got put down.
So who
pretty
would-
much, we're pretty
We're,
much
no, we're
playing-
in D2. We're in D2 though.
Well, for CCS we were in D2, but we're in D3 NorCal, we're pretty much. But the teams that are in D3 NorCal, they're all Division 4 teams for their conference, like for their.
Well, so
for
hopefully
whatever
we
their
win.
CCS.
You're just gonna sweep the floor with
So
this team.
yeah, like I've heard from like Tom.
That's
and,
what I
like,
was
a bunch
hearing
of
too.
other guys that that it's pretty much it's like a straight shot to the state championships, like because they're playing just a bunch of Division 4 teams.
Where will the state championship be? Imagine they have it at SJC.
Well, if
we
we're,
gotta
I
pull
mean,
up
if
to
we're
that.
one,
Who's
hypothetically,
the ASB leader that doesn't go to football games would have to pull
You're
up
an
for that.
ASB leader?
I'm not an ASB leader.
Can we
I'm
do
just
something
in
about
ASB.
the fact that the formal is on the same day as the football game?
Yeah.
What are they going to do about it? They
Move it?
couldn't have moved the formal?
Did
Yeah.
you plan the formal? Did you?
No, the formal is not something we plan. The formal is something that's set in stone
Yeah,
every
I
year.
noticed.
and we
I
don't,
noticed
we don't,
there was
we-
the same posters as last
nothing
year.
gets changed at all.
They did use the same poster.
We don't plan the we can't move the formal when it's this close.
Who's
If-
the DJ?
I have no clue. If we found out 4 weeks ago that then maybe we could
put it on put it on Friday night. Put formal on Friday night.
No, nobody wants a formal on Friday night.
I would go to formal on Friday night.
Liam's just not that guy. He's not that
ASB
guy.
just doesn't have any power over it.
I just need. Well, who's in charge?
I don't
Are you
know, bro.
gonna speak to them?
ASB's useless.
I will speak to
You know what they do have power to do?
Cut that.
School spirit and football games.
Yeah.
Leo,
We don't.
who
Dude,
you don't go
trust
to,
me. I'm trying.
Least
I'm
school
trying.
spirited ASB
Hey.
member right here.
HTC member
Trust
too.
me, I'm not. I promise you.
So actually,
I'm
you leave
trying.
football games early. So
I'm trying with the school spirit in ASB. It's not easy.
That
It's
clip
not
with
easy
Robert,
at all.
though, that clip is goated.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
clip is so good.
Jude throwing shots. Are the Niners the most talented team in the NFL?
100%.
Yes.
What did you
Jude said
say
no.
in the chat?
100%.
And Jude
Most
said no,
talented?
and then has bullet points saying strength of schedule and Jimmy G in the
I
playoffs.
thought we were talking about. I thought
I
we were
know.
talking about most talented.
Where
Why
is
are we
this?
talking about schedule?
In the doc, strength of schedule does not
I don't-
affect
Why are-
talent.
we're talking
Where's our
about something
doc?
well,
completely
no, but it
different.
can make you look good.
They are the most talented.
Where's our
team.
dog?
We're not talking
On
about.
teams, bro.
I know.
We're not talking about how they play. We're just talking about their roster.
Yeah, like what team?
Yeah,
what
you
They
team
can't
have
has
the
really-
more
most
talent and more
we
weapons?
Have, okay,
than the
we have
Niners?
we have the
The
be-
Eagles.
No.
We have the best O lineman in the league. We have the best O lineman maybe in
Jason
NFL
Kelce.
history.
You listen to our
Trent
podcast?
Williams, you're saying
Trent
is the
Williams
best
might-
O lineman in the league right now?
Yeah, 100%. He's the best O lineman in the league. We have a top.
I mean, I
we have a
don't-
top 2 tight end. We have a top
Top two?
No,
Top
top
two.
Whoa,
tight
whoa,
end.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
George Kittle.
Top 4. George
Mike
Kittle
Andrews
has
is
not-
better than George Kittle.
No,
Period.
he's not.
Okay,
This year,
shh.
he is.
He's not.
George
There's
Kittle has
no-
not been playing like
George
a top
Kittle.
He is.
Not this year.
Yeah.
So that means.
So
that means
we're
he's
talking.
not.
I mean, we're not talking.
I'm talking about. I'd rather take George Kittle than Mark Andrews.
that's
That's
crazy.
false. That's false.
How is
I'm
that
sorry. That's
crazy?
just
Okay,
not
don't talk
Outrageous.
over
He does
each
every-
other.
Okay, let me.
Nate, go.
George Kittle is the best blocking tight end in the league. Can we agree
That's
to that?
true.
Sure,
And Kyle Juszczyk, best fullback in
Okay,
the league.
Eli.
bro.
He's
He has, like,
he's
three
literally
competitions.
Taysom Hill.
Thank you.
He has, like,
thank
3
you,
competitions.
Thank you. We have George Kittle has. I mean, the hand. Like, what does he not do? What does he not do?
Well, I mean, he
that's
doesn't
not
move
as
like
good
Travis
as Mark
Kelce.
He
Andrews.
doesn't have the
But-
Well,
stats.
okay,
of-
we're not, I know Travis Kelce's the best tight end in the league.
After
What does he not do that's not better than Mark? What does he do that's not better than Mark Andrews?
I'm not saying he's not doing something better than Mark Andrews, but like after this season, if I was hypothetically going to take one tight end that is not Travis Kelce to be on my team for whatever, like I'm taking Mark Andrews over George Kittle after this season.
Okay, but what if George Kittle had Lamar Jackson instead of Jimmy G?
I don't know
because Lamar.
He has maybe
Could be.
I
he
agree
maybe
with
has
that.
like 3 receptions per game.
who George
Because-
Kittle.
Yeah,
because it's all checked out.
because it's all
Okay, but-
checkdowns and Jimmy G doesn't know how to read an offense.
I guess, but I think Mark Andrews' stats
Jimmy
get
G.
stats
Hey!
get. Mark Andrews' stats get inflated by the fact that he's like literally the. Oh, did I kick that? Sorry about that.
Yeah, and
He's like the only receiver in that offense, so it's like, I mean, so I don't know.
Okay,
I-
well,
I mean,
get
I
it,
can
I get
see
it.
the argument, but I just okay. So
Yeah, I agree. I see it both
we have
ways.
like okay, let's just say top 3 tight ends.
so this
Top
doesn't
3
make
tight
sense.
ends.
'cause
I would. I mean, yeah,
We have a top
maybe
10 wide receiver.
top 3 tight end
we have
of this
we have,
time, but
we have a top 5 wide receiver 2, Brandon Ayuk. Just out of all the wide receiver 2,
that's a little bit.
out of all the
Oh,
wide
no,
receivers
okay.
2, he's top 5 in that.
The
category.
Niners have top
Let's think
3
about it.
receiving core in the NFL.
Yeah,
Well,
Juwan
let's think
Jennings,
about it.
Debo, Brandon Ayuk.
Jennings was playing really well.
insane.
on
Jennings
Sunday.
is so.
Juwan
underrated.
Jennings is so good.
He's so.
I haven't paid
underrated.
attention
And they
to
have
him,
the
but
best,
I mean,
best or second best backfield in the NFL.
you're saying they have the best receiving core in the NFL?
top 3.
Top
Who's
3.
better?
Okay, well, okay. Well, I would put the
Eagles.
Eagles just for having AJ Brown and
And
Devontae
the
Smith
Vikings,
are better than them.
And the Vikings.
The Vikings
Adam
are better than
Thielen
them.
And Justin Jefferson.
You can, I would say you
The
can
Cowboys?
argue the
What about
Seahawks.
the Seahawks? I
You
think
can argue the
Seahawks are
Seahawks.
better.
DK and Tyler Lockett.
Debo is not. If
So
he
DK
didn't-
and Tyler Lockett?
If he didn't have the skills,
I think we're
to
talking
like
about-
break tackles,
The
Yak.
Bengals.
his,
The Bengals.
His route running is not good.
Yes.
His hands are kind of questionable.
Jamar Chase has been hurt the whole season.
Doesn't
Jamar Chase
matter.
and T. Higgins.
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's
It's not better
And
than
Tyler
Debo.
better than
Boyd.
Debo and Ayuk. That is better than Debo and
Juwan
Ayuk.
Jennings, no.
No.
Who's
it
their wide
is
receiver 3?
Juwan Jennings.
No,
No.
on the Bengals.
Tyler
Tyler Boyd.
That is
That's
better
good.
than Juwan
Yeah.
Jennings, Brandon Ayuk, and,
Yeah, it
and
is.
Debo
Okay,
Samuel.
but
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
It's,
So,
it's
so
not,
you have a
it's
top
not
five.
it's,
You have a top 5 receiver core.
that we named 5. We named
Or
5.
the top 6.
That's still really
So
good.
a top
like,
6
You
maybe.
have the 6th best receiver core.
Maybe, but we didn't run through everything.
Best defense in the NFL.
best defense in the
Yeah,
NFL.
Sure, yeah.
So
By far.
they are the most talented team. in the
We
NFL.
literally are the most talented
Yes.
team. In the
But you're,
NFL.
as long as you guys are cool, just saying Jimmy G is like so like.
If
we
why,
didn't have Jimmy
why
G,
can't you guys?
Who's our what?
like? What's
I
holding
mean,
you
wait,
back from
stop.
getting a good quarterback? Like
I
I'm
don't
just,
even know, man.
Everything.
Trey Lance is hurt.
Say one thing. Say one thing that's good about Jimmy G.
no, exactly my point. He's horrible.
Yeah,
but like,
he's
why?
holding us back.
I know, but like, why can't your front office just pick up someone from the XFL? Like,
He's not
honestly,
gonna be better than Jimmy G.
Yeah.
because I don't know.
Would you rather have
Chemist-
PJ Walker or
chemistry?
Taylor Heineke than Jimmy G?
I would
I would
take
rather have Tyler Heineke.
I would
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
100%.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't.
Look, Taylor Heineke finds a way to win game.
So
Finds,
does Jimmy G, though. Jimmy G's a winner.
He does.
You can't take
He
that
does.
Because
away
he
from him.
has
No,
all
he does.
these pieces,
Yeah,
and
but-
Kyle Shanahan is literally trying to
Exactly.
do everything he can to make this work.
Exactly.
I don't know, but also Shanahan's like red zone has not been really helping him
No,
this
it's
season.
been so
It's
bad. I've
horrendous.
said this every single week. The Niners might have the worst red zone offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's horrendous.
I don't think. I
Besides
don't
the
know.
Packers.
I don't know if I'd take Taylor Heineke over Jimmy
No,
G.
I definitely wouldn't. That's a little bit of a stretch. Taylor
Um,
Heineke just has that dog in him.
What about? Yeah,
Yeah,
he honestly
exactly.
kind of does.
He just
What
has
about?
that attitude. He doesn't really have anything else.
What about the Bills? On paper, you think the Bills? I think.
They have
They-
some pieces. They have like.
I mean-
they're definitely a very talented team, but they don't have.
Oh, that's another. I think that's another receiving core that's better than the Niners.
Yeah, I agree.
Stephon Diggs, Gabe
I agree
Davis
with that. I agree with that 100%.
is better.
But
Well, okay.
their
Well, let's think about
O-line-
this. Let's think about this.
Their O-line isn't very good.
The receiving
Their
core is
running-
better.
Dude, the running game's all Josh Allen. That's literally he
Yeah.
has the most rushing yards on the team.
That's true.
Yeah, true.
Devin
Okay,
Singletary
okay,
is
true.
not
So I think
not him.
if they had Christian McCaffrey, say if they had Christian McCaffrey and the Niners
Bills?
didn't,
The Bills.
yeah, the Bills did. I think
That's
they
a
are
scary team.
They're probably the most talented team in the
What
NFL.
about their O line? They don't have like one like notable guy on the O line.
I mean,
Like besides Frank,
can you name an
Williams,
O lineman
yeah,
on
any other
the-
team?
Yeah, like most teams.
I mean, maybe most teams.
But well, okay, well, my point is most teams don't have a notable O lineman.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like
I think O line play in general just hasn't been that great.
I don't think it's not been that great, but there's a lot of young O linemen right now, and the only guys that are notable O linemen are older guys
yeah,
or
he's
guys
been around
like
for so long.
yeah, or guys who are just like
Mike McGlinchey
or rookies
sucks.
or rookies.
Mike McGlinchey is so bad. Oh, I hate that. Dude.
Okay,
Oh my
who do you guys think
God.
has the most rushing yards in the NFL right now?
Josh Jacobs.
Uh,
Josh Jacobs.
because of last week, it might have helped him, but
Might be Mixon.
Josh
yeah,
Jacobs.
because he had that crazy game.
No.
But he just had a bye.
I don't know,
He just,
yeah,
he
I
just
don't-
had a
Mixon's
bye.
been hurt, too.
And he's been
Oh,
hurt.
Mixon is
no,
not
he's only
on
been
this
hurt
list.
one game.
It's either
Mixon is not on
I'm
this
pretty
list.
sure it's
What is
Josh
the
Jacobs.
list?
Top rushing yards, and it's like 20 right
No,
now.
what's your guess? No, what's your guess?
There's no way that'd be crazy.
no, what's your
I-
guess?
I don't know. I feel like Josh Jacobs is a safe answer, but I don't think he's
You
first.
guys were hating on Josh Jacobs yesterday, or Monday.
Liam, what's your guess?
I don't know. I'm not sure. What's his name? Texans. Ramondre Stevens.
No,
He gets
That's
a lot of
Patriots.
touches. Oh,
That's
it's
Patriots.
Patriots.
Definitely
Yeah,
not him.
he gets a lot of touches.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
He's
I don't
really
know.
good.
I'm not
Who
sure.
did we say?
I guess Josh Jacobs maybe.
It's Josh Jacobs with
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs number one.
1,150. Yeah.
Damn.
Next is Derrick
Oh.
Henry.
115. Yeah.
Who do you guys think is fourth? Maybe
Oh, Justin Fields.
recently mentioned bust. Do you
Just-
guys thought?
Justin
Christian
Fields.
McCaffrey.
No.
Saquon Barkley. Bro,
Saquon?
I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I'm
no,
not,
stop
listen,
talking.
listen.
We're not-
Bro,
we've had
this
this
is
debate.
this
Stop,
is
we've had this debate.
Let me.
It's- okay. Go.
Okay.
Sure, you can go.
Damn,
Nate,
I'm listening.
Noah and Jude, or Noah and Liam.
True.
I haven't even talked.
Hey, Liam, let him
Noah,
talk.
Okay.
Last year, Noah and Liam called Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey busts because they were hurt. But Liam thinks that last year Saquon and Christian McCaffrey were busts, and I don't believe that you can be a bust in one season. Like, you can't have a bust season because that's not how it works. And I think that when they're healthy, they are some of the best running backs in the NFL, so they cannot be busts. And when a team is drafting a running back, they know that they get hurt the most, so they know they're taking that risk. And to have a running back that, when they are healthy, is one of the best in the league, that cannot be a bust. Nate, what do you think?
I think it was. I think everyone was saying Saquon was a bust last year because he'd been injured like so many times. But I mean,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
just said
think
you guys are like sheep
Eli,
following a pack.
Eli.
Everyone was saying Saquon. That's not true.
Eli. Okay, so Saquon, yeah, he was getting injured a lot, and he hadn't played. We hadn't really seen him have like a good season since like his rookie year, or like his second year. I'm not sure, but I think that saying Christian McCaffrey is a bust is kind of a stretch. Like that was, he only had like one missed season.
Okay,
like completely missed
Listen.
season, and before that, he was literally the best running back in the NFL.
Listen, Christian McCaffrey in that argument was a lot more of a stretch, but saying Saquon was a bust was like a guy being a prospect as high as Saquon Barkley, being drafted. What was he drafted? Like 4th or something? Like within the top 10. Like it is not only on the coaching staff to keep a player healthy. Like it comes down to the player too to work to keep himself healthy. Obviously, it's not completely their fault, but I don't think, regardless. I mean, I think the argument comes down to what you define a bust as. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So what made Saquon a bust then?
Because he was drafted so highly when they could have drafted someone that could have had a huge impact on their franchise that hadn't had a big impact on their franchise at all.
Okay, he was only injured for like 2 years. You say
2 out of 3.
Saying
2 out of 3.
Saying you think like having 2 years in a row that are like wasted away, you think that's a bust? It's only two, it's only 2 years out of his career.
But hypothetically, if he wasn't injured,
I don't think,
and he had like, he was just bad those 2 years, would you call him a bust?
No.
I don't think you can call him a bust this early in his career.
Yeah, no, you can't.
He's 3 years into his career. You can't call him a bust.
It's 5 years into his career, and he's been hurt for 2.5 out of the 5.
He played one, was hurt for, I guess 2.5. And
and so in the years he hasn't been hurt, he has more than 1,000 rushing yards in all of them. And this year he has 992 with however many games there are left.
I don't think he's.
I'm just saying that at this point, you don't draft someone at the 4th pick. You don't draft someone at the 4th pick and have him show up to work 2.5 times, or I guess half of the days, and really put in work. It doesn't matter how good he is. I want someone who's half as good as him, who shows up all of the days.
Okay, but that's like every running back drafted in the first round. We've talked about this.
Exactly.
You can't draft a running back in the first round and not expect them to be healthy their entire career.
So you're on our side.
So I don't think. But
I'm not calling him a bust because he was hurt. Because
you're saying he shouldn't have been picked number 4.
He's played 3 years out of his 5, and all of those he has more than 1,000.
Let's define a bust. What
a bust is someone at the end of their career. You cannot determine a bust mid-career. I don't think
that's true. I think a bust is just someone,
especially if
who is
Marcus Mariota. Bust.
You can't call. You can't.
How do you win a
Heisman? Sure. I think a bust is just someone
a bust, and then they rush for 992 rushing yards.
Bro, he's not a bust anymore. I don't think he's a bust anymore. This was before the season.
Not like
you
can't
bust,
now you're bust. You can't. It's like you're a bust.
It's a lock in.
You can't switch out of and into being a bust. That's not. That's just.
I don't think that's true. Much easier to say he's a bust. You're just taking it personally because you're a Giants fan.
Still?
Yeah.
He's still a bust.
Still call him a bust?
After every year he's been healthy, he rushes for 1,000 rushing yards.
He has to recover.
And leads the league.
Well, what if he gets hurt next year?
1,000 rushing yards is not.
He's been on for a week and
rushing for 1,000 yards is not like the craziest thing of all time. That's like
quarterback.
Every single team's RB1 should be rushing for 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
But I think a bust is just someone, to me, in my eyes, I would say a bust is just someone who is drafted really high, like someone drafted like Saquon Barkley within the top 10, and then just doesn't produce what another player being drafted in the top 10 could be producing, or doesn't impact their franchise like another player who they possibly could have drafted. Let's look at what year was he drafted?
2018. Yeah, he was drafted in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. Played 16 games, had 261 attempts for 1,300 yards. Okay, averaged 5 yards a carry. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So he was drafted 2nd overall, and so hypothetically, let's just look at the top 10 picks there's a lot of pretty bad players in here, but they could have drafted Baker. No, they couldn't. They could have drafted Sam Darnold. Wouldn't have been a better pick. Could have drafted Denzel Ward. Probably not. Could have drafted Bradley Chubb. I think Bradley Chubb. It just depends.
Chubb? No.
What?
I don't think Bradley. No, okay. Continue.
Just depends if. Yeah, it's Quentin Nelson 100% would have been a better pick than Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Josh Allen 100% would have been a better pick. Roquan Smith arguably would have been a better pick. Oops. Yeah, Roquan Smith. Mike McGlinchey, no. Josh Rosen, no. Minka Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Yeah. Vita Vea,
Yeah.
arguably, yeah. Darren Payne, no. Marcus Davenport, no. Colton Miller, no. Okay, this is like 15th pick now. Tremaine Edmonds, borderline. Derwin James, yes. Jair Alexander,
So
probably. So, like, I think it comes down to the fact that they've just produced more. Even though it's because of an injury, they've just produced more.
yeah, because of like Saquon's seasons are like careers like this, right? You see these seasons with huge peaks, and then he falls off. Whereas like Vita Vea, obviously different position, right? But is just consistently good, or consistently above average. And I need some predictability in my offense, defense, whatever position you're playing, to be above average, but also to not. Oh, there's a chance that he just tears his ACL and is out for 3 years. I don't like that.
Was he injury prone in college?
No.
Are you sure?
I feel like this is just more of like something you're personally defending because you're a Giants fan. And if we start
That's
talking
fair, though.
about,
That's
no, I'm not saying. But then if we start talking about McCaffrey, you might. I just think that McCaffrey kind of like he's a huge threat, but also kind of like 2017 he was hurt. 2020 he was hurt. 2021 he was hurt. Like. That's a lot of different years. That's a lot of different injuries.
2020, he literally might have had the best running back season ever.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the best running back seasons ever.
But do you think... Well, when was Christian McCaffrey
2020
drafted?
he had 225 yards. 2019 he had 1,300 yards. You mean 2019?
Whatever. Whichever year he had like 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards.
That's 2019. Yeah, 2019 had 1,300 rushing, 1,000 receiving.
Okay. Let's think about this. Last year, also, keep in mind, when I was saying this last year, I was saying Christian McCaffrey was much farther away from the, I guess, bust than Saquon. Like, so if you were the Panthers, Christian McCaffrey was taken 8th overall. Guys taken after him: Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Marshawn Lattimore, Marlon Humphrey, Jonathan Allen.
All right, so
I guess that's different, but T.J. Watt.
Like I feel like we've given plenty of reasons why they aren't a bust, but also why they still are. So, like, I don't think we're in a position to defend. Like, you just pick a side. Like, this is a.
No, I don't think either of them are anymore. If
I don't. I think I'll stick with my guns, and I think they're that's a bust. Like, you can still be a very good running back who's like let's say Saquon doesn't get hurt again for the next 5 years, right? And he plays.
Call him a bust?
Yeah, I would, because I'm expecting him to perform at the highest level, right, consistently, and he's not.
What if Christian McCaffrey, or what if, you think Christian McCaffrey's a bust?
Yeah.
What if he has
he's going to get hurt again. He's going to get hurt again.
What if he doesn't and he has 3 2,000-yard rushing seasons in a row?
Well, he hasn't had a 2,000-yard rushing season ever.
He has.
No.
2020 was, I guess, combined for, like,
it was combined
rushing and passing, yards. But that... Okay. If he combines for 2,000 the next 3 years of his career...
He won't, though.
Which is...
He's not
realistically, he definitely could.
In a season?
Yeah, I think it's Eric Dickerson.
It's like...
2,000 something.
It's like 2,200, I think.
That's crazy.
Guys, just say no.
Like,
just say no, guys. Spotify rap drop. Just say no.
Let's move on. Jude wants to know if Josh Allen is overrated.
No.
No?
He is the second best quarterback in the NFL.
No.
Whew. I like Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen.
No,
right now.
Whoa.
you don't, dude. No, you
Jalen
don't.
Hurts is
rushing
playing
yards?
better than him.
No,
Much
you
better
don't.
than him.
Most rushing yards in the
Much
season is
better.
2,105. Derrick Henry got within 80 yards of that in 2020. It's
Wow.
pretty cool.
No. Jalen Hurts is playing better than Josh
No,
Allen. And
that's not
is a
true.
Whoa.
Yes, he is.
That is not true. Let's look
Jalen
at the
Hurts
stats.
wins football games.
Let's look at the stats.
What stats do you guys want me to do?
I don't
Just
know.
Pull up basic stats.
Maybe how many games Josh Allen has won that are close because they lost
Josh
to the
Allen
Dolphins,
has 10
lost to the Vikings.
Josh Allen has
That's
10 comeback
crazy.
wins and
Look up Josh Allen's
14
stats, I'll
game
look
winning
up.
drives.
But every quarterback has that. Like those stats are like
Okay.
if you score within the last 5
Where are
minutes
you
of the
look?
game.
What website are you looking at, Eli?
Fantasy Pros reference.
I feel like no. I feel like that stat's just kind of
PFF.
broken because if you
Think
score
of
within the
PFF.
last 2 minutes or whatever, they call
Are
it
you?
a winning drive. right?
BFR.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the same thing for Jalen Hurts.
Wait, Eli, what's contingent on a game-winning drive in that stat? Because I think it's if you score within the last 2 minutes, even if you don't win, like if you score and then the other team scores, you still get the point for a game-winning drive.
I mean, yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, no,
If
but
you're down and you lead a drive and then you win,
And then you win.
no, I was
It's a
saying
game-winning drive.
no, I didn't say that. I said if you go down the field and score, and then the other team, when you're off the field, goes and scores again, and they win, I think you still get credit for a game-winning drive because the quarterback went down the field and scored.
Are you
did
looking
all
at-
he could?
Can't I just see
Which is
his-
why I just think that's why like
all
he has
his stats?
10 come from behind wins. That's probably true, but they haven't happened when they need to. When they're playing the Vikings, playing the Dolphins this year, playing the Chiefs. I like Jalen Hurts.
what is
Would you take Jalen Hurts over
teams?
Josh Allen?
The thing is,
Yeah,
no.
Really?
Jalen Hurts is a dog.
You don't think Josh Allen's winning? Like,
No,
probably, you don't
I
think he's doing just as
probably
well as
3 or
Jalen
4.
Hurts if you put him in? If
He's
you
gotta
put him
be-
in
he's
the
Gotta be
Eagles'
3.
offense,
He's got to be 3. But Jalen Hurts is 2 right now.
no.
You don't think
Mahomes
you don't
Hurts,
think that
Josh Allen.
No. But Jimmy G has a winning record as a quarterback. Do you take him over?
Where are you? This?
Do you
yeah?
take him over somebody
Is it
else
this?
that's maybe?
No, of course,
What do you
that's what
say?
I'm-
What do you say for that? He has a winning record as a quarterback. He's like 56 and 20 something.
No one's just hating this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. I'm trying to have a conversation now.
No.
What do you know? What Jimmy G apparently wins football games with? What do you say to that?
I mean, I do see the argument that if you're winning games, then
Hey,
you kind
I don't
of.
give a no.
But
Jalen Hurts is higher in the MVP race than Josh Allen right now.
yeah, he is definitely.
Therefore,
But-
he's better right now.
No, he is not.
When
No,
did you
that's
pull a
not.
180?
That,
Thank you.
but that
I'm
doesn't.
taking
It doesn't
John-
work that way.
That's
I would
okay.
rather
because I
have
don't-
Josh Allen, but Jalen Hurts
100%.
is performing better right now.
Right now.
That's what I just
Right
said.
now.
No, you said you
What
would
do you-
rather have
Josh Allen because Jalen Hurts. Sorry, I would rather have Jalen Hurts because he's playing better right now.
If you're the
Jalen
Eagles,
Hurts
if
is
you're the
Josh
Eagles
Allen.
and you had a decision right now,
I'm
you either
taking-
you
taking
take Josh Allen or you have
I'm taking
I'm taking
Josh
Jalen
Allen.
Hurts. If I'm
Josh
what
Allen
is
Jalen Hurts is. We talked about this after the Bucks
Who
game
is a
last
better-
year.
who is a
He's
better-
so
gonna
much
play
more
nice
talented.
this season.
who is a better like throwing quarterback?
Josh Allen.
Who has a better stronger arm?
Josh Allen.
Who's a
Who
more
is a better-
lit runner?
But
Who is a more accurate? Who is a
Jalen
more
Hurts better-
accurate passer?
No, I think Jalen
Josh
Hurts
Allen.
on the move. On the move, I think Jalen Hurts is a better.
On the
Yeah,
move?
he is.
Okay,
On the move.
okay,
On the
I
move.
have a
He's
question.
definitely
Fine.
better.
You should-
I
I'll
think
give
Jalen
you
Hurts is
on
a
the
better
move.
runner and better passer.
You think Jalen Hurts is a better runner?
If
Okay.
you have 30
Okay,
seconds in the
stop.
pocket,
No.
anyone can throw a ball.
Okay.
Jimmy G.
Stop talking. Stop
What?
talking. Shut up.
I'm just saying. I don't think.
The Eagles have a better
I think
O-line.
Let me give
I
you a
know, I know.
hypothetical right now. You're down 30. Or, no. you're-
Jalen Hurts.
You're
all the
down.
way.
You're down.
Josh
you're
Allen
down
can't win me a
3.
close game.
You're down 3.
Josh Allen's going to throw a pick.
And
Jalen Hurts all the
you
way.
have the ball.
Yep.
And on like your 25.
Yep.
Josh Allen has the ball.
Yep.
Or no. You.
If Josh Allen has the
Okay,
ball,
can
I'm
you
leaving
let
the
me-
stadium
can you
because I
let me
know I've
talk?
lost.
Can you let me talk?
The
You
Lions?
have the ball.
You beat the Lions.
You need
Just saying.
60 yards to get into field goal range. Do you want a quarterback that's going to slide and give himself up, or run a defender over and get those extra 10 yards?
Look at Jalen Hurts' running
So
plays.
I understand-
He
No,
gives
I-
himself up every play.
I understand, like, kind of what we just talked about, right? I don't want my quarterback to get hurt, right? But
Sure.
Josh
Josh
doesn't
Allen?
get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt. What we just talked about is UCL, right? A couple weeks ago.
That's a throwing injury.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm just saying I want him to take care of himself. But aside from that, I don't want my quarterback running down the field. I need 60 yards, okay? I'm on my 25. I don't want him running down the field and then fumbling it and my offense not even having a chance to move.
Okay, let's compare stats.
How many fumbles does Jalen Hurts have this year?
No, look at those stats.
That's not an issue because he'll slide.
Hey guys, can we go back to the original question? What do you take from Jimmy G as a winning record?
Watching
So would you rather take him?
Josh Allen has not passed the eye test this season.
Josh Allen has no fumbles
What do you mean
this
he
year.
hasn't
Josh Allen has the
passed the
fewest interceptions this year.
Yeah, but his interceptions are horrendous. They're right when his team needs.
You know how many times Jalen Hurts has fumbled in 2022?
How many times? Once? 0.
3, 4,
5 times?
You know how
Five
many
times.
Josh Allen's
How many of
fumbled?
those are credited though to a handoff that was muffed?
Oh no,
Like,
no. That's actually true. A lot of them are bad
Okay.
snaps
Okay.
from Jason Kelsey. Speaking of Jason Kelsey, I highly recommend New Heights podcast. Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey. It's very entertaining.
Thanks.
But
But
you wanna know how
also,
many
stick
times
with
Josh
Hot
Allen
Take
has
Central.
fumbled?
Stick with Hot Take Central.
Josh Allen has fumbled 0 times, and had thrown the least picks in the NFL.
But he lost to the Vikings.
How are you going to take? So you're telling me you're
The,
going to take
the
Jimmy
Eagles
G?
have the
I would not
easiest
take Jimmy
schedule in
G.
the NFL.
But he's a winning
and they
record.
lost to the
Jimmy
lost
G's
to the
not better than
Commanders.
Josh Allen. And I was
Jalen
just
Hurts
saying,
lost to the Commanders. Wait, how do you
I was
defend
just
this?
saying-
Jalen Hurts lost to the Commanders.
Yeah, that's a bad loss.
And the
Just as
Vikings
bad
are
as the
one of the
Vikings.
best teams in the NFL.
I feel like that's an equal loss for both teams.
That is
Like-
not equal at all. That would have to mean that the Bills are insanely better than the Eagles, because the Vikings are insanely better than the Commanders. So for that to be an equal loss,
but
the
no,
Bills
but we
have
were
to be levels up.
What we were just
above
talking about last
the
week,
Eagles.
in my opinion, a loss is a loss. I should have said he lost, okay? Because what we were just talking about last time
Okay,
on
Jalen
Monday,
Hurts has lost.
what we were just saying is that
Jalen Hurts
teams,
lost the easiest game on the schedule.
good teams are losing to bad teams, and bad teams are beating good teams. And the NFL is just unpredictable this
That's
year,
what
right?
happens in every sport.
No.
That happens
What
in every
I'm just
sport.
saying, what I'm just saying is, it should be. I should not have said he lost to the Vikings. I should have just said he lost the game he should have won.
Okay,
but
so did Jalen Hurts.
Exactly, but they're
So
equal.
there's no point.
How many touchdowns has Josh
No,
Allen
because the
thrown?
Vikings are better than the Commanders.
No, but we just said
The
the NFL
Vikings are
is
equal
unpredictable
with
this
the,
season.
No, but the Vikings are equal with the Bills, so that's a game that they like. The
Wait,
Eagles
are we
should
saying
have
Eagles-
won that game?
Eagles
Wait,
should
Eli,
have won.
Eli,
The
what do you-
Bills
wait,
Vikings
explain
game
that.
was a toss-up.
But the Bills
going
should
into
have.
it.
No, the Bills should have won.
No.
We knew it was going to be close.
You-
Two of
that's
the
not
best
a-
teams in the NFL.
Yeah, what?
The Bills should have won that game.
Why?
The Vikings were like the Steelers, are still kind of like the Steelers from 2020.
No,
Like,
no,
what?
the
I
Eagles
kinda
are.
compare them more to the
are.
Eagles. The
Yeah,
Eagles
the
and the
Eagles are
Steelers
because
are
of their
more like
weak
that.
schedule.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You think the Vikings are less like those Steelers than
Yeah.
The
the
Vikings
Yes.
are good.
Yes,
The Vikings are really, really
Vikings
good.
actually have a good offense. The Steelers just got carried by their defense, kind of like the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't. What?
No, the Eagles' offense is good.
I mean, it's good.
It's
It is
really
good.
good.
It's better than the Steelers was, but I mean, I think their defense.
Okay.
Is playing.
I mean,
so it's just a bad analogy both ways.
Can we just let's just look at basic
okay,
stats.
It's not a bad analogy in the case. It's a bad analogy in the
How many-
case that
how
their
many
teams are
touchdowns has
definitely
Josh Allen
different,
thrown?
but it's a good analogy that they both had way too many wins than they should have
Yeah.
because their
I just scrolled up to where it
schedule
said
was so
passing on it.
No, but I feel like if you put like what we just said in a what's the Eagles' schedule right now? Like, what's a competitive game that they're going to play in the
They don't
future?
have
Zero.
a competitive game.
Not a lot.
They-
They're going
have
to go the
like
whole
zero.
season without playing a competitive
Dude,
game.
it's literally
they play in the
twice.
They play in the AFC East. That's a competitive game twice.
The NFC East. They
NFC
play
East, NFC
They
East,
play the
NFC East.
Cowboys twice, and that's it. That's the most competitive
The
game they
Giants.
get all year. The Giants are not. Good.
Yeah, I don't know if you call the Giants
Giants are not
competitive.
good.
game.
No,
Yeah,
but
they're
that's
good.
a harder division than what, like, for example, the Niners are playing in or the Vikings are playing in.
Is
Yeah,
it a
but
harder
they
division
still-
than the Bills are playing in?
No.
But they're
The
still,
Bills are
they're
playing
still
in
getting matched up with other
the
good
best
teams.
division.
The Eagles aren't getting matched up with any other.
Second best
good
division.
let me
for sure.
Let's just find what the Eagles'
okay.
schedule is.
Me and Liam are going to compare Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts stats.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Touchdowns this year so far.
Go ahead.
It's horrible.
I don't know.
Jalen Hurts just thrown 17 touchdowns. Just scroll up to where it says passing.
Josh Allen's throwing 23.
Jalen Hurts
Interceptions?
is 3. Jalen Hurts done 3.
3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's throwing 11.
11 interceptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yards.
Oh,
This season?
passing yards.
Yeah. Okay, and he smoked them in
2,500.
touchdowns. 2,000.
Sorry, I wasn't
2,500.
I wasn't talking
No,
about
no. Listen.
I wasn't talking
you,
about-
Okay, but listen, 'cause
Okay.
this is important.
2,500 yards. Passing yards.
3,183. Smoked them in touchdowns and yards.
Who's Jalen Hurts in this?
Me.
Jalen Hurts is Liam.
Completion percentage?
63.9.
67.
Okay.
Attempts? Passing attempts?
That just depends on their offense.
410.
318. That's a huge difference.
No, that's because Jalen Hurts is Miles Sanders, so his are going to be less.
I was just saying that to justify the fact that he has a lower completion percentage. He's throwing 100.
He's throwing less balls.
Long pass?
What is
LNG?
Longest completed pass thrown? Is that what you want to look at that?
Maybe. Yeah.
54 yards.
98.
I mean, it could just be a guy that runs for.
Basically a punt.
Yeah.
First downs?
Well, what about yards gained per pass attempt?
Like the average
Where's that?
yards gained.
Right after long.
Yards per average?
First downs passing. First down passing 118 for Jalen Hurts.
156.
Look how good this team is.
Yards gained for passing per pass.
Hawkinson, did you play Hawkinson? How do you keep him
Hold on.
Okay.
What about quarterback rating? Just go to quarterback rating.
QBR?
Yeah.
Where is that?
Rate under passing. It just says rate.
Oh, okay, what's his quarterback rating?
105.6.
92.2. That's probably because he has a higher completion rate, though.
Yeah,
And
throwing the
lower
ball
attempts.
less. ESPN's total quarterback rating, the one next to rate.
QBR?
No, the one right. Yeah, QBR, yeah.
60.7.
68.2.
So,
Time sacked. Actually, that doesn't really matter.
All in all.
They're pretty similar.
But
There's not a clear winner.
Josh Allen.
That's true.
If
There's not
anything,
a clear winner.
there's not a clear winner.
Sure.
And we said Jalen Hurts has lower passing attempts, so all of his stats are like his completion percentage. If you're throwing 100 less balls,
I
it's
also
going to be
think
better.
Josh Allen hasn't lived up to the hype that he got in the preseason.
No.
Comebacks led by quarterback.
Kind of similar to Joe Burrow.
Eli. Go to comebacks led by quarterback for 2022. It's also under passing.
Jeez. That is a
Oh,
crazy
I was
stat.
looking at 2020.
Just because Josh Allen has two bad
Must be an
games doesn't mean
offensive scoring drive in the fourth quarter with the team trailing by one score.
He is 2 comebacks led by quarterback and 3 game-winning drives led by quarterback.
Jalen Hurts has one fourth quarter comebacks led by. He has one comeback led by a quarterback, 2 game-winning drives this year.
Okay.
So Josh Allen's more clutch.
That's because the Bills have been playing in more close games.
Yeah, because they're playing better teams.
Playing better teams. Yeah, it's.
But
I mean,
I'll say this: the Eagles' schedule's light, but
really easy.
they did beat the Vikings 24-7.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Hot Take Central. We're going to be starting a new segment where you can post a hot take on our Hot Take Instagram. DM us with your hot take videos if you want to get featured on the post on the story
Or the TikTok.
or the TikTok.
Yeah. All right. See ya.